Have you ever felt just literally exhausted by the endless grind of hustle culture? Or maybe completely burnt out from doing all these manifestation techniques that go absolutely nowhere? If so, you are definitely going to want to pay close attention. Hello, focus learners, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a seriously paradigm-shifting piece called quantum manifestation, the bridge between mind and matter. We are going to uncover exactly why your old methods are failing you and how the true bridge between your mind and reality operates on a level you probably don't even realize. I mean, does this feel relatable? You're doing literally everything right, but you're still just waiting. You repeat your daily affirmations, you stare at your carefully curated vision board, you try your absolute hardest to quote-unquote raise your vibration, and yet, crickets. Nothing. You get stuck in this super frustrating loop of hoping, then doubting, and quietly wondering if maybe you're just broken. It is totally maddening to follow the formula perfectly, only to feel like the universe somehow lost your address.
Well, brace yourself, because here is a massive, counterintuitive gut punch. The problem isn't your effort. The entire model you've been taught is completely backwards. You see, the truth is, you are actually manifesting right now, every single second of the day. You never stopped. The issue is that you're likely broadcasting the exact frequency of lack and waiting that you're desperately trying to escape from. So, to understand how to actually fix this, here's our roadmap for the explainer today. We're going to cover the backwards myth, your silent architect, the coherence bridge, toxic positivity, the control disruption, and finally, embodying identity. Let's get right into it.
All right, section 1, the backwards manifestation myth. So we need to look at this through the lens of quantum theory. There's this huge illusion we often fall into, which is performing to attract. This is that exhausting hustle, right? Doing the rituals, constantly measuring your results, trying to convince the universe you're worthy. But the quantum reality, it's completely different. It's about being to become. The quantum field simply mirrors your internal state. You can't brute force your way into a reality that you aren't energetically tuned to. As clarity creates collapse. You collapse that gap between who you are and who you want to be through alignment, not effort. Moving on to section 2, your silent subconscious architect. So if your conscious words aren't the main driver, what actually is? Why do perfectly worded journal entries fail to override your reality? Well, it all comes down to the hidden operating system running the show behind the scenes, your subconscious. Think of it like a computer running some seriously outdated software. Your conscious mind might be typing out, "I am wealthy and loved," but if your deep, inherited subconscious software believes you're unworthy or unsafe, well, that's the signal being broadcasted. The quantum field actually filters out your conscious desires if they contradict your deep nervous system wiring. But hey, here's the great news. Just like software, you can reprogram it through awareness. Which brings us to section 3, the heart-brain coherence bridge. This is a fascinating biological solution for a psychological problem. If your subconscious is broadcasting fear while your conscious mind is broadcasting desire, you've got a fragmented signal. Get this though, science shows us that the heart's electromagnetic field is over 50 times stronger than the brain's. 50 times. It radiates outward, constantly interacting with the field around you. So if your brain is repeating an abundance mantra, but your chest is super tight with anxiety and your breath is shallow, the quantum field is going to listen to your chest. Your body is the message, not your mind. So how do we get the field to listen clearly? Your heart and brain have to broadcast the exact same signal. Here is how you achieve that coherence on demand. First, regulate your breath. Slow, rhythmic breathing instantly harmonizes your nervous system. Second, anchor a feeling. Feel genuine gratitude or calm, because the field reads physical sensation, not fake words. Third, drop the outcome. Seriously, stop obsessively looking for signs. And fourth, move from that state. Make your decisions from this aligned coherence. That is when timelines finally start to collapse in your favor. Next up, section 4, the toxic positivity trap. As we strive for this coherence, we've got to navigate around a really dangerous roadblock. We've all heard the advice to stay high vibe and avoid negative thoughts at all costs, right? Well, this explains why this is actually a massive trap called spiritual bypassing. When you suppress your natural fear, fake gratitude, and basically perform positivity for the universe, you're actually trapping chaotic energy inside your signal. You're leaking energy just to maintain a facade. Compare that to actual alignment. This means developing emotional fluency. It's feeling your sadness without drowning in it and using doubt as a helpful signal rather than a manifestation threat. Radical self-acceptance clears your signal infinitely faster than performing a fake smile ever could.
Section 5, control disrupts your signal.
It's totally human nature to want to grip the steering wheel tightly when we want something really badly, but in the quantum model, micro-managing your goals is incredibly counterproductive. Control is ultimately a survival trauma response. Clinging to an outcome is born from the fear that it won't happen. When you obsess over timelines or compulsively check your bank account while affirming wealth, you aren't broadcasting abundance. You're broadcasting a massive frequency of mistrust and anxiety. True surrender isn't giving up. It's a high-energy state of trust. It's that deep knowing that what you want is already on the way, which ironically speeds up its arrival because you finally stop blocking it with urgency.
And finally, Section 6, Embodying Your Future Identity. This all culminates in a really profound realization. You don't manifest from your surface-level desires. You manifest from your deep, unconscious identity. To stop chasing the dream and start becoming the exact person those results naturally flow to, the source recommends 4 daily conscious shifts. 1. Wake up and deliberately set your frequency before the world sets it for you. 2. When fear arises, observe it, but don't become it. 3. Before making decisions, act as your future self. Literally ask, what would the version of me who already has my desire choose? And 4. Trust the lag. When you feel stuck, don't confuse a lag in reality with failure. Reality runs late. Consistency is what builds the reflection.
To wrap things up, I want to leave you with this absolutely phenomenal quote. You are the waveform collapsing into form. You see, you aren't separate from the quantum field trying to manipulate it. You are the field. You are the observer. So the question is no longer how to force the universe to give you what you want. The real question is, what frequency will you choose to broadcast right now? Stop waiting, start becoming, and let your alignment do the heavy lifting. Thank you so much for joining me for this, and I hope this gives you a powerful new framework for your focused learning journey.